Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are here ranking every NBA team based on how much I like them. So basically this list is going to determine which team I'm going to go to when LeBron retires. But the first team that we're going to go ahead and rank is the Toronto Raptors, and we're going to have them at about a B tier. I really do like where this team's going, and I loved Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, and I was watching them whenever Kawhi won the finals back in 2019. But we'll go ahead and move on to the Cavaliers. The Cavs, I like the Cavs. You know, I was a big LeBron fan. I'll have him about an A. I've been rooting for Cleveland. That's when I really started watching basketball when LeBron went back, and that's when I really started becoming a basketball fan. And then we got the Magic. I like the Magic some. I kind of like how they're really long and tall. Their big core. I'm going to have them about a B tier. And this is just based on how much I like every team, so this is going to be a quick video. And then we got the Detroit Pistons. I really don't like the Pistons, bro. They really been trash. I know they got a young core, but the Pistons really just get on my nerves. And the Utah Jazz, same thing here. It's just Rudy Gobert, really. Rudy Gobert was just absolutely overrated and just made me so mad every year that they lost, because I was always rooting for them at the beginning, back in 2016 through 2019. They looked like they was really gonna do something. Never did a thing, ever. Swear they never did anything. Then we got the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns. Wait, can I add another row? Give me 1 second. Give me a second. I got a special row here. The Phoenix Suns are absolute worst. I'll put them at F. I hate Kevin Durant. I hate Devin Booker. I hate Chris Paul. I know he's getting waived. DeAndre Ayton is so soft and weak. This team just makes me so disgusted. Like, when KD went there, it really just made it way worse. They talk too much, and whenever they were like, real people put work in, we put that work in. That video, we all know what I'm talking about last year, but that just terrible. Absolutely terrible. Denver Nuggets, about an A-tier team. They're very humble and respectful, especially Nikola Jokic. I like where this team's going. The Nikola Jokic should have been a 3-time MVP. I've been on this bandwagon, and I really do like where they're going to be going. Then we have the Clippers. Clippers are about a D. This team's so frustrating with how much just Kawhi sitting out. I feel like that's the main reason why I don't like this team. And John Wall, Kawhi Leonard just doesn't play. And this team makes me so mad every single year, and they just don't do anything. I hate this team, especially when Doc Rivers was there. Man, Doc Rivers didn't do nothing. Blew that 3-1 lead, and they're LA's rivals, so I can't really like them anyway. Then now we got the Mavs. This is going. I'm gonna put him at a C. I like Luka, and just the whole Kyrie Irving, Mark Cuban, terrible, absolutely terrible. I don't think the Mavs will ever win another championship. They're just absolutely trash, and I just could never be a fan of this organization. And I do like the team. I like Dirk. I love Dirk, but besides that, get out of here, man. Now we get the Blazers. Blazers are about an A-tier team. I really I miss CJ. I really miss CJ and Dame being together. I like what Anthony Simons. I like the team that they're building there. And when Dame leaves, I'm going to put him at B, because I really don't know much about him. I know a good bit, but I'm not really a huge fan. But, back when they had LaMarcus Aldridge, I wish Dame could have won a ring. I think he might be going to Miami, which we're going to be coming up with them soon. I wish he could have went to Miami, but I hope he does. But we'll see what happens. Now we get the Bucks. I like the Bucks a lot. I'm going to have the Bucks at A tier. This team is just super well-rounded. I love Giannis Antetokounmpo. I love Chris Middleton. I love Drew Holiday. Great defensive player, very quiet. Just Brook Lopez is a very funny guy. That whole team just makes me... the only thing that keeps them from not being an S is probably that one white boy. I can't even remember his name off the top of my head right now. Wow. I can't believe type his name down in the chat. I can't believe I can't remember his name. That's actually ridiculous. Now we got the Lakers. Lakers S tier. I'm a big LeBron fan. Bandwagon to the Lakers, yeah, I guess. I guess it was here and here before. But, I might have them at S. I'm a big LeBron fan, and whenever he retires, I probably won't be a super fan of the Lakers. But right now, it is what it is. Now we get the Memphis Grizzlies, about an F. I don't know why anyone would be a fan of this team. John Morant's suspension is going to be announced soon. And then it's just this whole team is just overrated. Dylan Brooks just pissed me off. I know he's going to be on a different team, but still. The last time I remember this team being any good was back when they had Mike Conley. But still, I've just hated this team for the longest. Only people that I like on this team is Steven Adams. Everyone else is just trash and just overrated. I mean, JJJ, I watched his podcast with Paul George. I mean, he seems pretty cool, but everyone else just needs to go. And now we got the Warriors. Hate the Warriors. Ever since Kevin Durant, just that, they're so good, I know, but I hate them so much. Kevin Durant ruined that whenever they were beating LeBron every year. Like, what was he supposed to do? I just don't like the Warriors. I don't like Klay, Mr. I can't stand Klay Thompson. Now we got the Spurs. The Spurs are about a C. I mean, they're right in the middle. They're cool. I mean, they're very boring, very do everything basics, fundamental. I mean, they're cool, I guess. And then we got the Pelicans. Pelicans definitely a high B tier. They're a pretty fun team to watch. I enjoy watching them. I'm a fan of what they're doing. I don't think Zion will ever be able to stay healthy. That's the scariest part about this. And if he can stay healthy, they can really do something. But I do like watching them. I miss Lonzo being on that team. Man. I don't think Lonzo's ever going to play basketball again. And that really sucks. That really does suck that he might never play again. Now we got the Kings. I'll put the Kings at A tier. They're a really, really fun young team to watch. I've been rooting for the Kings the last couple years. I'm glad to see they're finally turning into something. It's been a really long time since they've been good. Back, 20 years ago before I was born? And then we got the Timberwolves, about an F. This team was about an A tier last year. And so they signed Rudy Gobert, and now I don't know what they're going to do. They look like absolute trash. I don't think they're going to be anything now because of that terrible signing. And I think Cat might be leaving. And, I mean, Anthony Edwards is really cool. I'll put him at a D because they're definitely not that bad, but just absolutely not. OKC, I loved OKC back when they had Kevin Durant, back when they had a young, nice, fun team. But nowadays, I mean, they seem pretty good. What's his name? Their GM, Sam Presti, is that right? I really don't. I think that's right. But I like what he's doing. They have a ton of picks. I think they're a pretty funny team with the F them picks and getting all the picks and stuff. I think they could be something maybe one day. I feel like they can definitely trade for a superstar. But as a fan, I'd probably have them about B tier. The Rockets are about an F. I mean, they got a young bunch of trash players. I mean, I know they got Jalen Green. Put them at a D. They got Jalen Green. They got Jabari Parker. I mean, they're just very boring, though. The Rockets, and when they had James Harden, the foul baiting, man, whenever he would catch the person's arm and then flop, that was probably the most annoying game. All those games were probably the worst games I could have watched. Definitely not a fan of the Rockets. And then we have the Knicks. I don't hate the Knicks. I do not hate the Knicks. I hate Knicks fans. They are so delusional and just dumb. If you ever look at people that are new, oh sorry, Stephen A. Smith, hey, and the Through the Wire guys, any of y'all, I don't want to mess with any of y'all. I love y'all, but I just the Knicks are absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Now we got the 76ers. Same thing. Doc Rivers, trash. I know they fired him, but still trash. James Harden, you got the foul baiter on that team. Just makes me so frustrated. I could never like this team at all. Joel Embiid got that MVP, did not deserve it at all. Ben Simmons was on this team. There's absolutely not. Never a fan of this team. And then we got the Hawks. I don't know, man. Hawks are about a D tier. I'm not a big fan of Atlanta. Unless they're underdog, I always root for the underdog. But I would never be rooting for the Atlanta Hawks to win anything. And now we got the Boston Celtics, about an F. I feel like that's one of the most overrated teams because they've went to the Eastern Conference Finals every year. And they're just trash. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum don't go good together. Jaylen Brown can't dribble with his left hand. And, I mean, Jason Tatum hasn't really done anything. I mean, the closest he ever came was back in 2016. And they had 2018, sorry. But, I don't see them doing anything special. And Jaylen Brown might be out of town already. But, I mean, back when they had Isaiah Thomas, I was a fan of this team. But I was rooting for the Wizards all the time. But speaking of the next team, let's go ahead and go to the Wizards. And we're going to put them... I liked the Wizards back when they had Beal and Wall as a duo. Absolutely super fun to watch. But what is Bradley Beal doing? Like, I don't even remember last time Bradley Beal played a basketball game. He's averaging like 22 points now. He's really fell off completely. I mean, like, just not a big fan. Just not a big fan at all. Actually, I'm moving down to D tier. I don't think they have a bright future, and they're just trash. And now we got the Miami Heat. Miami Heat are about a B tier. They went up a lot this year. I feel like they're still overrated and all these undrafted guys, but I like their story. And if I saw them playing pretty much any of these teams down here, or some of them, even some of the teams up here, I'd probably be rooting for the Heat as the underdog. So they're pretty fun to watch. But moving on to the Chicago Bulls. About a D tier. About a C tier. I mean, they're really just stagnant, just an okay team. They're not very fun to watch. I don't enjoy many of the players on their team. DeRozan, I mean, he's cool, but it's just like Alex Caruso, Lonzo, but they're not even going to be, Lonzo's not going to be playing anymore. Zach LaVine, I want to see him get traded, but they're about a B tier, bottom of the B tier. Now we have the Pacers. Pacers are a fun team to watch, but they're about a D with. I'd never root for the Pacers. Just they got a young core. I like Tyrese Halliburton. That's probably the only reason why they're not an F. Because everything else, they're very annoying. Unless Paul George comes back, and I did like Paul George, but I have him a C tier. I got to be more fair. Now we have the Hornets. I hate the Hornets, man. I don't like the Hornets. Just because of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is a horrible GM. One of the worst GMs I think I've ever seen. I'd never want to see this team again. Ever want to see this team, even on a tier list. And then we have the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets are about an A tier. I know. They had KD, they had James Harden, and Kyrie. 3 players that I dislike a lot. But before that, back when they had D'Angelo Russell and all the fun guys, that was a lot of fun. And now that they have young guys again, and you know they got that boy, you know who I'm talking about. You know, I don't even gotta say his name. That's gonna be a really, 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 really fun team. I think it's gonna be a fun team to watch this year. And you know, maybe they get a superstar. Maybe Dame goes up to Brooklyn. They'd be a deadly duo. Nicholas Claxton. They're a fun team. They're a pretty fun team. But if you did enjoy the video, man, make sure that y'all do leave a like and subscribe. We're going to be trying to come with more videos. I mean, we've been streaming every single day. I'm going to leave a bunch of links in the description, man. If y'all feeling generous, Cash App's going to be down there. Join the Patreon. Go to my Instagram. Leave a like and follow. Comment cookies if you made it all the way through. I'll be super surprised. If I see any of that, I'll be surprised. But I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Peace.